Hi, my name is Sasha Bayanova, and this is my careers presentation of learning. Over this course, I have learned and realized quite a few things about myself. For starters, the True Colors personality quiz said it right. Exercising responsibility and planning ahead gives me a sense of security. This is absolutely true. I'm not a spontaneous person, so much so that just getting up and jumping into activities without knowing they were going to happen makes me physically nauseous. Even some things I do that may be seemingly spontaneous actually follow a routine. For example, I enjoy going on long bike rides and finding hidden gems and locations around my neighborhood. While this activity itself contains some spontaneity in the fact that I don't know where I will go nor what I will find, it has a very strict time slot. Every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 7:30 to 9:55 p.m. is when I go, just in time to watch the sunset. I've never strayed from the schedule, and I probably never will. That being said, this shouldn't be an obstacle in the workplace, since at most jobs, you know where you'll be needed and when at least 24 hours in advance. Another thing about myself is that I'm driven by achievement. For reasons I don't quite understand yet, I feel a huge stigma around being a person who likes accomplishing things. Even saying it out loud makes me sound so materialistic, but it's true. I want to be the best, and it's one of the biggest things that drives me towards my goals. But this also means that if I can't get the satisfaction of first place or a gold star, I feel as though I've hit a bump and my motivation takes a huge hit. I think this may also have something to do with the characteristic I talked about last, my hyper planning, if you will. Sometimes I need to learn to let go, otherwise I worry that C plus from 5th grade will haunt me to the grave. Though I am still coming to terms with being driven by achievements, I know that being constantly focused on success can become disorienting. Sometimes people get so wrapped up in being the best, they forget what they enjoy about what they're doing. Their lives lose pleasure. This is why I've made myself a promise, to make sure that no matter what I'm striving for, I'm happy with the course I'm taking. For the past few weeks, I've been waking up and asking myself, am I happy with the path I've chosen and what I'm doing to pursue that path? I'm trying to make it a habit so that I will always have a reminder that success is endless and does not equal happiness. Pathway plan. The narrowing my focus activity helped me erase any doubts that I had about entering university. A part of me believed that I solely had post-secondary education on my radar because my father insisted I get a degree, which is partly true. But when he voiced that I should go to university prior to entering the workforce, I was in grade 6, and as we all know, plans change. I'm now a person who prefers structure, plans, and backups, something which university can give me. A degree gives me a foundation to fall back on. Many of my backup careers require this, and I would not be able to pursue those if I didn't have a university or college education. The narrowing my pathway activity made me think about what life would be like if I jumped right into the workforce with no extra education, and even thinking about it overwhelmed me. I've always wanted to go into the world of entertainment, and to be frank, even if every quiz and activity in this course told me that I should be an engineer or a construction worker or even a mathematician, I would have said, thank you, but no. Luckily, most interest tests showed that I was drawn towards the creative arts, and after doing some compatibility tests on my blueprint, I found I was pretty compatible with all the jobs I wanted. The only test result that surprised me is the Who I Am interest quiz results, also for my blueprint. This quiz showed me that I was most interested in physical activity. While this is partially true, I would never consider it an honest career for myself, but it would be nice if my job encouraged physical activity. Luckily for me, many actors have to train for movies and are encouraged to stay in shape. My updated budgeting plan. My budget, which I planned at the beginning of the course, has not changed. My parents' RESP covers my tuition for my desired program at the University of Ryerson. I plan on getting a part-time job during my summers while in high school, mostly for the experience, but also to rake in some extra cash. I would also like to get a job so that I can determine whether or not it can be manageable during my years at university, especially since I plan to work while taking classes. Because I plan to move out after high school, this means I need somewhere to stay. I plan to live off campus, and I will afford rent with a student loan, which I will spend my years after school paying off. By my calculations, a part-time job, even with minimum wage, would be enough to get by on the bare necessities such as bills, groceries, etc. You can see on the chart displayed exactly how I plan to pay for these amenities. My 2 additional products. I believe what best demonstrates one of my strongest skills, self-directed learning, is the Getting to Your Dream Job Pathway assignment. During this assignment, we were to find a pathway and to do our research about it. I decided to focus on my one dream, the entertainment industry, but specifically the occupation of acting. I first dumped any and all existing knowledge I had about the job onto the document. Then I asked myself any questions which I had about the job and asked my families any questions they had about acting, just to jumpstart my research. Then I made a list of any and all essential information I should include in my presentation or any questions which I had missed. I'm really proud of the work I did, even though my mark wasn't perfect, and even if my feedback didn't directly mention all the extensive research I put into it. I really believe this assignment shows that I have the ability to take initiative and identify what I need to learn in order to deliver my best results. Organization is a skill that is very important to me. After being a procrastinator for most of my younger teenage years, I have realized the importance of a good plan to good results. But not only do I enjoy organizing my time, but all of my work as well. I want any and all of my presentations to be clear and easy to navigate if necessary. Something I think my financial toolkit reflects. In my feedback, it said exactly, your financial toolkit is organized well. The website I created was easy to navigate despite my drawbacks in technological fluency. I knew how to create the website so that the user would not have difficulty finding what they were looking for. In conclusion, I think this course did a good job of pushing me out of my comfort zone. I believe I learned the most in our budgeting unit because I had the most to learn from it. Though I did not change pathways at the end of the course, I am much more comfortable knowing what I'm going to do when high school ends, how I'm going to pay my expenses, what those expenses are, and overall, where my life is headed.